Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Wednesday, the 17th of November, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to have you guys here. Now, we got a lot of things to talk about. First is I'm looking at what might be a reverse trade in gold and silver against cryptocurrencies. You know, an awful lot of money's been moving into cryptocurrencies. Is put cryptocurrencies in a bubble. We might be going to see the beginning of a reverse trade. There's almost $3 trillion in cryptocurrencies. If just a small fragment of that starts to move into, say, the silver market. Now, my local silver dealer, I keep an eye on my local silver dealer as a tell about the silver inventory out there. And what I noticed this morning is there's a big lack of supply of gold at my local coin dealer. And silver too. They're out of a lot of things right now. It's the worst it's been in many, many, many months, guys. At the same time, we might be looking at this reverse trade where some of the money might be coming out of the cryptocurrencies and moving into gold and silver. We got to keep our eye on that. But we're going to get the charts started right here, and we're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about the Great Chinese Famine. Do you know, in 1958 to 1961, there was a great Chinese famine, and it was 3 years of great famine. It was a period between 1959 and 1961 in the history of the People's Republic of China. It was characterized by widespread famine. Some scholars have also included the years of 1958 to 1962. Great Chinese Famine is widely regarded as the deadliest famine and one of the greatest man-made disasters in human history, with an estimated death toll due to starvation that ranges in the tens of millions, maybe as much as 55 million people, if you can imagine. Now, we got something going on in China right now. China urges families to stockpile food and essentials amid fears of winter shortages. So China is urging its citizens and families to stockpile food. Well, this is an unusual situation. China has urged families to stockpile food and essentials for emergency use, triggering concerns over potential food shortages, even as supply chains have been disrupted due to extreme weather and COVID outbreaks. The announcement came late on Monday from China's Commerce Ministry. It urged authorities to keep supply chains smooth, maintaining stable prices, and give early warnings in case of any potential shortages. Got to keep our eye on that too. Now, I'm going to show you guys something else. Zillow, which is it's a huge real estate company in the United States right now. They are selling 2,000 homes right away. They're dismantling their house flipping business. I'm going to tell you, if Zillow's not on top of the real estate in the United States of America, nobody is. And I think what's happened just in the past couple months, you remember it was crazy out there? You go to buy a house, say you're going to buy a house, and you go look at a house, nice house you want, and there'd be like 4 or 5 other people waiting in line. Sellers could actually sell their house for a higher price than the asking price. It was ridiculous. But now I think things have changed. The worm is starting to turn, guys. And now what we're actually seeing is it changing from a seller's market to a buyer's market? And it's doing this rather quickly right now. So we got Zillow selling 2,000 homes, but they might sell, I think the number was as many as 18,000 homes. But 2,000's a lot, guys. And this alone could start to turn the housing market, you know, if they start to dump all of these houses. And they know something we don't know. And this is why they're turning over and dismantling their house flipping business. Because they're on top of the industry. They're like a signal for the industry. Let's take a look at this right here. And this is all happening. Home builder sentiment is surging back toward record highs. So home builders out there are still in this mood of, well, we got to build these houses and get them out there quick because everybody's buying homes. They're still in that mood, right? But what's actually happening toward home buyer sentiment right now? like the people who are buying these homes. Because you see that green line's going up. Now that's the home builders. They're still in this thing. Well, everybody's buying homes and everybody needs homes. They're right in there, pulling new permits and things, building new homes. But at the same time, look what's happened to home buyer sentiment. In other words, the people who are buying homes, it's just suddenly dropping off a cliff, guys. It's dropping off a cliff. So I'm keeping my eye on this out there. This is something I'm keeping my eye on. Now we're going to get in there and take a look at the markets. Now you notice the silver price today is holding its own really good at 25.14. It's up 34 cents on the day so far. We're looking at 25.14 as there is a lack of inventory out there and all the places you buy silver. You might find you're not going to get the coin that you really want because they might not have it. You might have to settle for something else, you know. But right now it's 25.14 for silver. It's up 34 cents on the day so far, which is not a lot really. Gold is 18.66, but they're holding these levels. Gold's up 15.90 today. These are holding these levels, and these levels are extremely important that gold stay over the 1850 mark, and it's at 1866 right now. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency was almost up to $3 trillion. It's fell back to 2.6 trillion. It's been falling today. Let's take a look. Let's refresh the page. There, it's fell another $10 billion. It's down to 25.93 right now, just since I refreshed the page last. We're looking at a Bitcoin price today of 59,628. Now, you notice it was up, heading towards 70,000. Now it's at 59,000. Now, I told you guys about this last week. I said that this reverse trade might be coming. And, you know, we might be actually seeing the front edge of a reverse trade. What are they doing? Well, they're out there right now just trading, basically, their Bitcoin for gold and silver. It's easy to do, and, you know, it's readily available to them. And that's the reverse trade I'm talking about. And if we see a actual silver shortage, Bitcoin alone could do it. It wouldn't take that many billions of dollars. Maybe, I don't know, I think like maybe probably less than $20 billion. Well, Bitcoin can it can shed $20 billion in 5 minutes. And all the silver's gone. Because it's so small. It's just a tiny little market. Bitcoin's a way bigger market than the silver market. Bitcoin is over $1 trillion market right now. It's $1,125 billion. Just a $20 billion move in silver. You remember the Hunt brothers? They tried to corner the silver market, and they were just a couple billionaires out there buying up all the silver. But they got a lot of trouble trying to do that. But now we could have the same thing happen, but it would be more in general across thousands of people that are just buying, you know. And they could do the same thing the Hunt brothers did, but not just 2 players, but a massive army of silver buyers, you know, could be out there. And you don't know when that's going to happen. So hang on to your gold and silver if you've got the real physical metal. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average today. It's at 36,025. It's down 116 points on the day so far, which is not a lot. It was maintaining a price between 34 and 36,000 for ages now. Broke above 36,000, and now it's just barely holding above 36,000. Let's take a look at crude oil. It's at $80. It's down 76 cents on the day, or 0.94%. Now I'm giving it till March for this crash I told you guys about, and till March of next year. And if it doesn't happen by March, I think we're going to be starting to get very deeply entrenched into the inflation, and the market then at that point could hyperinflate. And what that basically means is the markets could go up to infinity, because the dollar is losing its purchasing power to infinity. And this often happens in countries that experience hyperinflation. Let's take a look now at at the move index, and it's starting to get up a little bit too high for comfort. It's crossed the 80 boundary that I've been talking about for a while now. Starting to get up where it can start to get instability in the credit markets. And so the Fed might have to do something about this. They already done a lot when you consider the repo market and the reverse repo market, which is two mechanisms that supply liquidity to this part of the financial system, the credit markets. But still, the move index is going too high for comfort. Let's take a look now at the bonds and rates today. What's this on here? Whoop. We got to expand the page. Okay, the bonds and rates today, right here. And what is this thing here? I don't want. Can I get it off? No thanks. I don't want to register anything. Thank you very much. Okay, we're looking at bond yields. It's a mixed bag today, and they're not moving very much. But we're looking at the U.S. 10-year at 1.62, and we're looking at the U.S. 30-year has crossed the boundary now, and it's over 2% again. It's 2.02%. And we still have that inversion between 20-year and 30-year. The 20-year is at 20.06. Okay, now let's take a look at, I was just looking through here to see if there's any other inversions starting. Okay, now let's take a look at the US dollar index. Where is our dollar index? It's at 95.91, and it's going along sideways today. This has been your show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that notification icon if you haven't already, and if you're not getting notified, re-hit it again, like maybe turn it off and turn it back on again to make sure you're going to get notified about my show. I noticed that some of my viewers have been saying that notification icon is not functioning properly. Catch you guys in the next show, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.